Scotsman's Guide 2024 Top Lenders rankings are out, and you probably won't be surprised by most of the companies. Before I go through the results, I won't cover them all, but I will put a link to the article below so that you can check out the entire list. But before I comment on the list, let me just say, these lists are incomplete. You know how every company claims to be number one or close to number one, and they all use a different list or survey or their own data. It's really impossible to get a really true ranking, in my opinion. But Scotsman, published theirs, and I guess it's as good as anyone else's. But there's really notable players missing because you have to submit your own data to Scotsman Guide, and then they have to verify it. And I believe you have to pay to be on the list. You certainly have to pay to use their rankings if you want to in their marketing. But most notably, United Wholesale Mortgage isn't on the list of top wholesale lenders when we know they're number one by a far margin. So that kind of puts a damper on the list. But if we ignore that, we get some directional information. Most of the companies participate, and it's good to see what their volume is, and dollar volume and units. And so let's take a look really quick. I'm gonna actually share the results. Here you go. Let's go to the top overall. You can see it right here. Based on their report, the number one top overall lender is PennyMac, who did $115 billion last year, 321,000 units. New Res was number two at $58 billion and 159,000 units. AmeriHome Mortgage Company was number three, doing 143,000 units. Cross Country, the first real retailer on the list, was number four at 112,000. CMG Home Loans was number five at 75,000. We don't have time to go over every single one of these. You can check out the list. I'll put a link to it below. But let's look at now the top wholesale. We'll only go through the top. PennyMac was number one. Wholesale was 11% of their business. Kind Lending was number two. Surprising. They're up to $7 billion. That's 90. And wholesale is 96% of their business. New Res was number three. Wholesale is 12% of their business. OCMBC was number four, and wholesale is 83% of their business. Plaza was number five, and wholesale was 69% of their business. So you kind of get the idea. Moving on to top retail, this is one that interests me the most. And I can guarantee you of the top five retail lenders on this list, all five will claim they're number one using whatever metrics they have. But Cross Country came out on top at almost $41 billion last year, 112,000 units. They're 100% retail. Rate, formerly Guaranteed Rate, was number two at $26 billion, 67, almost 68,000 units. They're 100% retail. Loan Depot is number three. They were at $24.5 billion, 84,000 units, and they claim to be 100% retail. Fairway was number four, 24 billion, so just following behind Loan Depot, 73,000 units. They're 99% retail. And Guild Mortgage was number five at $22.5 billion, 66,000 units, almost 67,000 units, 97% retail. So those are top retail lenders. I don't know if you care about non-QM or not, but just really quickly, OCMBC is number one. 56% of their business is non-QM. Cross Country, surprisingly, is number two. 8% of their business is non-QM. ARCA Lending is number three. 100% of their lending is non-QM. A&D Mortgage is number four. 84% of their business is non-QM. And then Change Lending is number five at 66% of their business is non-QM. Let's keep moving. Top FHA, just moving through the list. Top FHA, PennyMac's number one at 27% of their business. New Res is number two, 19% of their business is FHA. Those are very big numbers, by the way. AmeriHome Mortgage is number three at 23% of their business. Planet Home Lending is 60%, is number four, 46%. FHA, and Cross Country came in number five. They were 17% FHA. Let's see how that holds up. And that goes to VA. So VA, PennyMac was number one, 17% VA. New Res number two at 21%. Planet Home Lending was number three at 29%. Cross Country Mortgage was number 4 at 9%. CMG Home Loans was number 5 at 11%. You know what is missing from this list as we go down here? Where is United? Where is United on this list? Because don't they claim to be the greatest VA lender in the world? I don't see them on the list, but we'll go back and check that list out. So I'm not going to go through top correspondence. You guys, I get it. So I did a LinkedIn post on this today. You can go and check out this list if you want. I also put a link to the article in my LinkedIn post. I will put a link to this article in my notes down below. Like I said, the list isn't 100% accurate, but it's directionally okay, and it's good to see how much business people did last year. And so you can get something out of it. Spend a couple minutes glancing at it. With that, I hope you're having a great day. I appreciate you giving me some of your time. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks so much.